Today I'm gonna build a powerful electric trike out of a Segway. If you're new to this channel, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. All main parts will be linked in the description, and let's get started. Firstly, we have a Segway, which is basically a more powerful version of a hoverboard. Now my plan is to mount this Segway onto a BMX bike. But before doing that, we have to understand that Segways are designed to be controlled using balance, so I'll have to modify it so we can control it with a throttle. I'll start by unbolting the battery from the frame and save it for later. At this point, we can start disconnecting the wires from the control board. And what do you know? I was able to remove the void warranty sticker without ripping it, which is probably why there's another void warranty sticker which did actually rip while removing it. Clever thinking, Ninebot. I'm also planning to save this control board since it has some useful components. Now, I'll begin removing the two minimum weight sensors, followed by removing the steering bar, which is actually the main reason for harming this Segway in the first place. I mean, just look at how much play this thing had. As I'm trying to remove the steering shaft in order to remove the fender, it does not seem to budge. I guess I'll just use an angle grinder. There we go. Now, I'll finish removing the rest of the plastics. And finally, I'll dissolve the thermal paste with some isopropyl alcohol while brushing it down with my old toothbrush. Now that the Segway is stripped, leaving only the hub motors and frame behind, we can begin planning how to attach the Segway to the bike. While looking at this frame for a while, I'm thinking of connecting this part of the frame onto the Segway frame. But in order to do that, we have to remove the tire first. And while we're at it, I do have to mention that since this is going to be a trike, I would like to replace the seat with something not so high up to get a lower center of gravity. Much better. Now to attach the bike's frame onto the Segway's frame, I thought about welding them together, but while grinding off some material to properly seat the bike's frame, I realized that this might actually be aluminum and not steel since no sparks are created while cutting. This theory can be further confirmed while lowering some neodymium magnets and watching it only attract the steel frame from the bike while not reacting to the frame from the Segway. And since aluminum can't be welded to steel, I'm gonna end up using some angle iron, which already comes with plenty of holes, so I can weld it to the bike's frame and then bolt it down to the Segway's frame. So after all that, it seems to be able to handle some weight. Now to permanently mount the seat, I'm gonna use some 1/8 inch steel bar. My plan is to cut the steel to a specific length and drill some holes in order to be able to bolt it to the seat. If you are wondering why I'm using steel with so much rust, then let me tell you that this is only surface rust, because as soon as I polish it with a wire wheel, all the rust disappears. At this point, we can feed some bolts through the seat, followed by bolting it down, taking some measurements to get it as centered as possible, and finally tack weld it in place. Now, I'll remove the seat in order not to melt it while finishing the weld. I also cut some steel to reinforce the seat. After temporarily installing the seat, it feels pretty solid, which means it's time to add some electronics. When looking at the hub motor, we can see that it is rated for 60 volts and 350 watts. So, I ordered a brushless motor controller kit from AliExpress, which comes with two 60 volt 350 watt motor controllers, a display, as well as some splitters which will allow us to drive both controllers at once using only one display and one throttle. But before installing that, we have to first tap into the Segway's battery. To do that, I'll unsolder the main connector from the original control board, followed by soldering some 14 gauge stranded wire through a 40 amp fuse, solder the wires onto the main connector, and finally attach two male XD60 connectors which will each get connected to one controller. Now I'll just feed the power wires through the Segway's frame and then plug it into the battery. I'm also gonna screw down the power connector since I don't want it to get disconnected while driving. And now that we have power, I'll hook up the motor controllers. I do have to mention that I've replaced some connectors in order to make it compatible with everything else. Once all the connections are done, we got light, throttle, and action. For a final touch, I'll remove everything from the main frame and give it a nice coat of paint, not only to up the aesthetics, but most importantly, protect it from rust. After 24 hours of drying, we can start reinstalling everything onto the main frame. And while we're at it, I'm gonna remove the old handlebar grip, followed by removing the brake lever. At this point, I'll start sliding on the new controls, like this key switch, which doesn't only allow you to lock a powerful vehicle from young children, but also gives you a live display from the battery's voltage. After temporarily installing the seat, while there appears to be enough distance for my legs, there does not seem to be enough distance for my arms. So my solution is to lower the handlebar. This way, it will allow me to steer the trike without having to lean forward. Much better. I'm also gonna replace the original brake pads with this larger one, which should help with braking. At this point, we can start zip tying the cables onto the trike. And once the cables are secure, I'll chop the red power wires from the display and solder the key switch wires through them. This way, the key switch will be able to interrupt power from the display, thus preventing it from being driven while in the off position. And now that the trike is complete, let's have fun with it. If you like this video, then make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider supporting me through Patreon so I can keep creating quality content. And I will see you guys in the next video.